part of our field trip. Yay!
I can't move this.
All right, good morning. It is time to go. I just fed Katie and everything's outside. I let the baby chicks out. I opened the gate. Molly and the goats went out. Sam never would come in last night, so he ended up staying outside the gate with Big Boy because he wouldn't come in the gate last night. But anyway, she has sent me her address, so we're headed out the door. And Mom said something about how it's going to be such a... She's like, I can't believe you're driving basically 4 hours round trip for a sink. And I said, Mom, if the sink I want... I know this is an older sink, but it's still the same sink, basically, that I would get today at Home Depot or any Lowe's or anywhere, and they're almost $300. Why would I do that when I can get it for $7? I just have to take a little time out of my morning. Not to mention the fact that I need a faucet. We've already discussed that, my faucet easier to install the faucet outside of the countertop hole into the sink. So like new builds, that is way easier than replacements because you got to get on your back. You got to get under there. My arms aren't real long. So I'm having, my hands are good. My hands are good at getting into tight spots because they're little, but my arms are short. So after a while, I feel like I'm doing this while I'm unscrewing something because, you know, so this way I will have the sink. I will have the new faucet. I will install them. And then I will uninstall that. All I'm going to do is pop the supply lines off, unhook the drain, and pull that sink out. And drop the new one in and reconnect the supply lines and the drain. And we're good to go. And I just feel like I would rather do that than to pay somebody to come install when I wanted a single basin sink anyway. So the faucet is a need. The single basin sink is a want. And God has allowed me to be able to, for $75, you can afford it. So even if it's used. So we're out of here. We're leaving. So we've got a 2-hour drive there, a 2-hour drive back. I'm going to take you guys along. I'm sure we'll have to stop and get food on the way home. Although I feel like I could really use a croissant, a warmed croissant from the donut shop. You don't want that to happen? That's dinner. Don't you want some breakfast? You don't want breakfast? Okay, I got my coffee made and we're headed out the door. So he may eat breakfast, he may not. I don't know what he's going to do. All right, love you guys. God bless y'all, and I'll see y'all in a little bit.
Okay, what are you off for?
Because I can't have the radio on when I'm videoing. We're on I-10 East.
What's 10 East?
Yeah, I believe I-10 East. I think we're going to, no, we got 5 miles before we exit anywhere. Oh, that's pretty over there. I can't, my phone is stuck in my purse. Also with my little tripod and all the legs I've got spread out so it'll try not to fall over. So I don't know where else to put it. So y'all can kind of see how far from home we are because we are in Beaumont. We're sort of skirting the outskirts of Beaumont, but we've already come into the Beaumont city limits sign. We passed over, I think it's pronounced Neche River. It was pretty. Yeah, if I stayed on here forever and didn't get off in the exit, we'd be headed to Lake Charles, Louisiana. My GPS says that I'm going to be at her house. Her name is Evelyn. I will be at her house in 13 minutes, so It was not actually a 2-hour drive or even an hour and 45 minutes. It was actually an hour and a half. Now, it took us a little longer because I stopped and got Levi Dr. Pepper. Then we come across a car that was burning on the side of the road, and they had everybody kind of pulling over. And so we got back on the road, and then we really haven't had any kind of holdups. It was funny because there is a big auction board, like where you take animals, cattle, horses, I guess, goats. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been there. We used to love to go to the auction barn when there was one in Cleveland, and we would walk on those rails above the whole auction looking down at the different pens with different animals in them. But when we passed by it, I was telling Levi, I said, there it says Lake Charles. I told Levi, I said that's an auction barn. I said people take their animals there, and then if you want to buy an animal, you go there, and there will be a man up there. He's called an auctioneer, and he'll go, hey, 51, 51 and a half. Anybody give me 51? I don't know. I can't do it, but I was telling him, and I said, do you want to see a video? So he said yes. So we were coming up on a red light, so I pulled it up real quick.
In 2 miles, take exit 864 toward Farm to Market Road 1132, Farm to Market Road 1135.
All right, I gotta take an exit in 2 miles. Anyway, I pulled it up on Google, said fast talking auctioneer, cattle auctioneer. I wanted cattle. I didn't want them to be trying to sell some artwork or something. I wanted it to be precise. Oh my gosh, he watched 3 different videos of those men talking fast. It was so funny to me. Anyway, we are making our way, and now I have 11 minutes to get there, and I'll come back to y'all in a little bit. Okay, I got it. We're on this cute little road. I don't know if y'all can see. It's just a little single. 2 cars can get down it, but you're going to be really close to each other. You need to pee somewhere? You need food somewhere? Levi says he needs food somewhere. So, she was a very nice lady. Guys, I'm not lying. Get ready. This is the biggest sink. Does that look gigantic? It's gigantic. I love it. I'm so in love with it. And it's not old. It is the American Standard brand, but it's got that old feel about it. So here it is. Got a little chip right here, but I love that. Doesn't bother me because mine has a big chip over in that corner where the porcelain chipped off. I'm in absolutely love. Get my pen and my checkbook fell out of my wallet earlier when I stopped at the ATM. Okay, so now we are headed home. Hour and a half back home. It's well, and Levi wants food, but we're gonna get food closer to home, huh? Or do you want to eat while you drive? Do you want to eat while we drive, or do you want to wait closer to home?
Closer to home.
Closer to home? Okay, so we're leaving, and I am so happy. Back home the way I came. And I'm going to show y'all something very sad. And I called Daniel, and I said, when's the last time you come to Dayton? Dayton is about 30 minutes from us. And I don't know why we always went to Dayton when we were kids, but we were always, for some reason, we were always going through Dayton somewhere. But now, back then, we did a lot of trips to Coots and, you know, Honey Island and stuff like that. So maybe that's why we were always, and then there was always something to do with the courthouse, something to do, you know, pay the taxes. I don't know. We were always, felt like we were always coming through Dayton. And on 1960, coming into Dayton, the first thing you would see, like that caught your eye, was like a monument. It wasn't a monument. It should have been. I feel like it should have been made a historical marker. But when we were coming in earlier into Dayton, and I was looking was like, I don't see the silo. I don't even know if that's what it was called, the silo. But it was, you know, like a big round something. I think this is the road I have to turn on. I haven't turned on my GPS yet. I don't know if this is the road yet or not. Yes, it is. Oh, this is it. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, it was a rice mill. I think that's what it originally was. And then Dad said, when I called Mom, but Daddy answered Mom's phone. She was upstairs doing something, I guess, cleaning. I told him, I said, Dad, I almost cried. It almost brought tears to my eyes. Because I hate seeing our past torn down. I hate it. And the silo part was gone. It was just gone. And all you could see was rubble, and you could see big Traco sitting on top of rubble, and it's got a big sign up that says the property is for sale. I don't even know how much property it is. I mean, it's going to be a business because it's right dead center of town. Anyway, it was so sad. But Dad said when him and RJ used to go up there, and you back your truck in, and they sold fertilizer out of it. So later, when it was no longer a rice place, I guess they turned it into some kind of a fertilizer place, and you would pull into your truck, and they would load the bed of your truck down with fertilizer. And he said then after that it closed down and it wasn't nothing. And now it's gone. It's just a pile of rubble, and it was so sad. I'll show y'all when we get back today. Anyway, I'm going to get off the phone. We're actually on a back road, and I haven't seen a car, and there's no cars behind me, but I do need to put the phone down. And Levi was cute. When I was walking to the truck with this, she says, do you need me to open the door? And I said, yes, if you don't mind, that'd be great. And I said, but it's probably locked, so you're going to have to open the front door and pop the lock. And so when the door opened, I said, Levi, because Levi doesn't think about things like that. I said, Levi, you gonna say hi? And he goes, hi. And she goes, hi. And then she opened the door for me. And then when we were talking right as we were leaving, and I wasn't looking at Levi, she goes, oh, he's in there just waving at me. That was sweet. Anyway, I'm gonna go. And going over railroad tracks now. I like to go over them slow, because you never know if they're gonna be bumpy. All right, I will see y'all in a little bit. I'll show y'all the silo, and I wish I had a picture. I might can try to find a picture and put it in here of what it looked like before they tore it down. It really wasn't nothing but a building, like a long building, and then you seen that big rice. I don't know. I guess they kept rice in that thing. It looked a silo to me. Anyway, I'm gonna try to find a picture and put it in this video. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Okay, y'all see these silos? I don't know if that's what they call them exactly. I feel like that's what they are, silos. And you can see that these are not in the best shape. They haven't been painted in years. At one time they were cream. They've been dilapidated for years. I mean, like they've just been sitting here for years. I don't know if y'all can see those doors and windows up there. I can see them better through my eye than through the camera, and they're rotted. There's no glass, and now what I'm happy about is to know that instead of tearing these down, these are on the side of I mean, look how close to the road this is. Now, this didn't used to be like that. This is a 4-lane. There's 2 lanes over there, a median, and these 2 lanes. I remember as a little girl always seeing these when we would go to Beaumont to see my Aunt Loma. They were just these old big rice silo things, and now they're using them, which I think is amazing and wonderful that they're using them for advertisement and not just doing away with them, because it's sad. Now this is just, I'm sure there was more to this than just these 3 silos and the rooms up top and this little room down here. There may have been some kind of a building off out there. I just passed a rice field. You know, you can just see the water and the grass. It's just like You see grass, but you see glistening water in it, and it's back there about a mile. And there's another, I think I had about 6 of these, but they were further back off the road and I couldn't video them. But these are not, I don't know if those are still used back there, but these are not used anymore. And I just thankful that somebody said, let's not tear that down. If it's in good enough shape to continue to sit here, let's let it sit here. Because it is just awesome to see. And it's sad when I show y'all the other one up in town. We are just a few miles out of a little town called Nome. And yeah, these have been here since I was little too. Probably were here when Dad was little. Just, you know, and maybe back then even working. Still in working. Evidently looks like they've got, if you see these things right here I'm pointing at, it's hard to see them, there's 2 over there. It looks like they light it up at night. They've got some lights that shine up on it at night. So it's pretty awesome that they chose to use these as a marker, as a land marker. I think it could even probably be considered an historical marker in a way. Anyway, these are pretty cool, and it's so sad they tore the other one down, but I'm going to show you that when we get into Dayton. We've still got about 45 minutes till we're in Dayton. No, about 30 minutes until we're in Dayton. I've kind of turned this into a show and tell, because I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out for a second. This is what this area was known for back way before me. Probably before my dad, but during my dad's. Ow, I'm on an incline and a door shut on me. I need to pull my steering wheel up.
What, John Goodman?
What? What about John Goodman? Oh, you're watching John Goodman? Look at this behind me. There's it's another rice mill. And then I'm going to show y'all something. Oh. Look through these trees back there. I can't see. The sun's in my eyes. I'm going to turn it. Hold on. It's just beautiful to me. And I wish, I mean, we're in Texas. We don't, you know, and we're way down here, you know, on the flatlands of Texas. We don't get any mountains and hills, and we don't have roads cut through the rock, you know, cut through the mountains like in northern Texas and then in other states. But we got these big old rice mills, any mountains and hills, and we don't have roads cut through the rock, you know, cut through the mountains like in northern Texas and then in other states. But we got these big old rice mills, and I don't know, it would be awesome if there was a way to make those inhabitable. I know you couldn't. I don't know if you could or not. Architects could do all kinds of awesome things, but I just hate to see them gone, because they're like a landmark. They're a history mark, if you know what I mean. It's another big one right there. So this area was just full of rice fields back before my time, I think. Now I'm pretty sure that was I know y'all are seeing the junk on my on my mirror. I'm trying to get buckled in. I'm pretty sure that was a rice field that we came across. But I don't think, I mean, I absolutely know these are not used anymore. So I don't really know if that was what that was. I thought it was a rice field. I don't know if they have any more rice fields out here. But it's pretty cool to know that these were here. These are here. And I've never seen or even paid attention to this one. I actually just left the one that I got out and showed y'all that they have put as advertisement. But as I was coming, I could see these over the tops of the trees. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna look at those. So I pulled in here to look at them. This is just a little tiny road right here, going up to the main drag of Highway 90 right there. All right, we'll see y'all in a minute. Can y'all see it? We're kind of on a busy corner here, but this is it. This is on the back road behind it. What, baby?
Eat the food. Gotta be happy.
Okay.
Yes.
And it used to just like go way up like the other ones that I've showed y'all. And now all we've got is this base right here. It looks like I can see, it's hard for the camera to show it, but I can see the sides of the round edges to the outside of the round parts on this end here. You can see them all the way down. Put my window down. See, you can see they're round, around, all the way. These here too, you can see their sides are round, and they're just, it was sad. This light up here, normally when we come into Liberty, we're coming from that way because we're facing it. And look at it, it's just gone, and it's very sad. And it's been here forever, and this is why somebody wanted to sell the property. There's no telling what'll go in here, but that little bit of heritage that Dayton had now is just disappeared right there in rubble. All right, well, so this is a big, it would have been a bigger example of what I've showed y'all up on the roads. In fact, this would be kind of the size of the place that I pulled in off the road and got out of the car. This would be that size. But it had we had a wall all the way around it where you could really only see the silo parts sticking up way up high in the air. You couldn't see what the workings of inside. And like these gates out here, these gates have always, I mean, that's what, drove in and parked. I guess workers parked in there somewhere. Anyway, it's very sad that it's gone. And it did. When I was coming up the highway, and you could see them from far down, though, high up in the air, and you could see them, and I thought, what is that? And I could just see those arms of those backhoes. And it just kind of broke my heart. Anyway, I gotta turn it off now so I can drive. I'll see y'all when we get home. All right, we're home. We've got food we're fixing to eat. So I hope y'all enjoyed that little road trip and that little show and tell of the little local area around us. Dayton is like 30 minutes from us, and we go through Dayton, and the back way, or I don't know, we didn't get on main highways back then. We always took the back roads into whatever town we were going. And so we'd go in through Huffman to Dayton, then we'd take Dayton to Liberty, and then we would get out on that main long road, Highway 90, and head to Beaumont, and to see on Mama's side of the family, like Aunt Loma and Mamaw. And anyway, it's sad to see that little part of history gone. No one wanted to save it, but I love the fact that they took those that are down there on the highway and made them for advertisement. At least they're being used for something. They've got them all lit up, so I don't know what they'll do with the ones like down that little side street that I got out. I don't know what they'll ever do with those. It would be so cool for an architect to figure out how you could make homes into those. I mean, they make homes in lighthouses. So I don't know if they could or not, but it would be awesome to see that instead of losing them to just rubble, becoming, field dirt and rock and stuff for places. Anyway, it is what it is. But I got me a sink, and my faucet should be here today. There's something on my front porch in a big old box, and it kind of felt heavy, and it just says catching. Not catching up with Kim, just catching. But I haven't opened it yet. I'm going to get Levi to bring it in a minute. But I'm going to eat, and I think I'm going to take a nap in this chair, because I'm kind of tired from the drive yesterday with Debbie in Houston to the drive today. It's kind of wore me out. Anyway, huh? You want to draw and eat?
Yeah.
So you need paper?
Yeah.
Tell them what you need.
Paper, out of paper.
You run out of paper?
Yeah.
I got some hidden. so he doesn't use it all at one time. Anyway, I'm going to go. I love you guys. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for coming along with us. So I'm hoping, and I know I say things and then it don't happen. And it, honestly, this video may be what I put out for Saturday, because I wanted to put out my finished wall, but that means Daniel would have to come down today, and it's Friday night and it's rendezvous night, and so I don't think that's gonna happen where he comes and cuts that last board for me. I really don't want to do it. I don't want a zigzaggy old board. So that may be next Monday or Tuesday video. So y'all get this video out in the morning, I guess, and then at some point I'll get the sink installed. When the new faucet gets here, I'll put it all together, and then I'll video getting it installed. Steph says she'd help me install it. I don't think I really need help, but if she wants to come over and help, that's super fine with me. She can get down underneath there better than I can. She can sit down on the floor. I can drop it into it. She can unhook everything. Then I can turn off and she can turn off all the water supplies. I can drop down the new one to her, and she can hook it all back up again and get it done even quicker. And then my friend David said yesterday, I had to take him. So after all of that riding that we did yesterday morning with Debbie, then yesterday evening, David put his truck in the shop, and it's down past us, about 30 minutes past us, this other direction. And so he asked me would I meet him after work and pick him up at his house, and then drop him off to pick up his truck. And I said yeah. So then I was doing that last night. But he said, I knew a while back it's been a few years, but he put a water heater in his brother's house. His brother's water heater went out. And it just so happened to be in part of conversation. He said he put a water heater in some church member's house, and then he put a water heater in somebody else's house. And I said, oh, that's awesome that you're getting all these water heaters, because you can come do my water heater. So, hopefully on payday, and I order the new water heater, he will come and install that so we can get back to having hot water again. I get about 3 gallons. I mean, you don't think about 3 gallons. Well, 3 gallons sounds kind of a lot, but when you actually pour it into a bathtub, it's nothing. And you get about 3 gallons of hot water, and then it starts coming out warmer and warmer than cold, and you just have to turn it off. So what I've been doing is doing the bathtub until it starts coming out cold, and I kill it. And then I turn it off. Then I come to the kitchen and boil a big pot of water on the stove and take it down there. And I put about half in the tub and take my bath. I do the same thing for him when he wants a bath. And then I use the other half for when I'm done washing my hair and stuff. Then I use it to rinse. And actually, usually by then, because it's so weird how it's working, but usually about the time I'm ready to rinse off and everything, you can start getting hot water out of the faucet again, but it doesn't run very long. So I can take what little I get there and what little is left in the pot and then finish. It's not been that big of a deal, but it's kind of weird to be living old-timey ways, boiling water on the stove when we're in 2024. But I still got to do things by the payday. So on the 21st, I will buy me a water heater. And hopefully on the 22nd, David will come and put it in. If he could do that, then it would be awesome, because then 2 days later, we would go on our trip to Waco, which is just an overnight trip on Saturday, come home on Sunday. And then I can work on getting the house put together and everything done to finish up before Thanksgiving, because it's winding down. This year is winding down. It's just, what is it, like maybe 40, I don't even know how many, 45 days till Christmas or something? It's crazy. And none of us I've even told Levi, I said, he's told me nothing. You know why? Because when he tells me things he wants, I just get it. And he doesn't want expensive things. So it's like I'm getting it. So I can put the same things that he gets every day Let me hide my. It's kind of low sitting here. This it's just a jumpsuit, but anyway, I can put under the tree the same things he asks for every time he wants something. You know, it could be blank CDs, it could be paper, it could be pens. Sometimes I try to get him a special movie that he's not expecting, or some special maybe clowns that he wasn't knowing about, or nutcrackers that he didn't know about. I can keep some of that kind of stuff hidden, but for the most part, when he says he wants something, I just try to get it. But he never wants expensive things. I mean, so he's fairly easy, but he hasn't asked for any specific thing this year. So I don't know. I have some stuff for Tony in my cart, but then I put it back to save because I need to make sure. I want to get him a new pair of boots and a jacket. But I don't remember if he wears a 10 or a 10 and a half, so I need to check on that. Anyway, I got something for Buddy coming. It's just a simple something, but it's cute. And well, I don't know, cute. It's just it's kind of special. Anyway, I don't know. I think we're all going to draw names this year, so there won't be all that stuff trying to get for. Although I've already got the girls something. Look, this is what I ordered for me. It's part of what I ordered for all the girls too. We don't all watch each other's videos, so I'm not worried about it. This is mine. A little beanie. See? Just a beanie. I thought, when I seen it, I thought, oh my gosh, I love that. And they had such cute beanies. I've seen these too. These are the, hold on. I'll try to do it. I don't see where it's at. Hold on. Hold on. There it is. It's the mittens with no fingers, and it's got the little cutout for the. So I found these, and they were for me because they had that, you know, butterfly on them. And they're in the orange and gold. I know. Hold on. Orange and golds that I know this doesn't have any butterflies on it, but it's got the orange and gold. And I sort of got the girls something similar because I just thought they were so cool, and they had so many designs. So I may not make a craft this year. I may just give them something this year, which is fine. But we are going to draw names, but it's kind of hard to get out of a habit that you've always got the girls something, because you're a girl and you get the girls something. Usually, even when I make a craft, I make one for myself, and then I make them for them because I like it, so I feel like they will like it. Maybe they don't even like them. I don't know. They display them. They better display them. I better see them displayed. That's how I feel about it. Anyway, I'm going to go. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And stay tuned. Stay tuned. Because at some point in the next few days, that wall will be finished in that room. And there will be a sink and a new faucet going in the kitchen. It needs to all get done before Thanksgiving. That's what I want. I want to know that Thanksgiving has come and gone, and all these little projects are out of the way, and I can just concentrate on decorating for Christmas. All right, so I love you guys. God bless y'all, and I will see you later. Levi, you gonna tell them bye? Bye, guys. Katie, I'm trying to do a video.